Hi, everybody. It's me, Damien. Welcome to Late Night in the Evening, in the Afternoon, in the Morning with Damie and Shannon. And today we have a very. I use my soundboard, but I'm still working on integrating that. And today we have a very special guest. Today we have the beautiful, the majestic, one of my favorites, AI Spanksy. AI Spanksy, lady, introduce yourself.
Hello there, I am Spanksy, or AI Spanksy, whichever one you want to use. Hello there.
I'm
Don't
just
know
a
what
tad
else.
quiet. That's happening again. Let me check out my gates again.
Yeah, you were very quiet on my end as well.
Yeah, let's just wiggle my gates around a little bit. See if we can't fix that. See if we can't take care of a little something something.
No you, Ning. No you.
Okay. Here we go. Alright. And okay, there we go. Can you guys hear me a little bit better? My gate's
Yeah,
my gate's a little bit louder than normal. Let me see if I can boost myself in. Yes? Okay, cool. All right, so let's slap this monkey. Spanksy is
don't slap
I'm
me.
you couldn't stop me if I wanted to. So,
Wow.
as with everybody who comes on who has a special thing going on, I will quick let everybody know that Spanksy is part of the amazing and awesome TransTuber community. Spanksy, what do you use?
She, her.
Spanksy uses she, her. So, alright. So now that we've got that out of the way, I'm going to purposely misgender your soda.
Wow, poor soda.
Yeah, poor soda. More like Interwatch. Hello, Wormrack. Hello, Shari. Hey, Killer Boss. So, tell us a bit about yourself, Spanksy. What do you play?
Uh,
What do you do?
I play mostly just a couple of games, mostly TF2 and Final Fantasy. But, but yeah, honestly, there's not too much to say. I'm British. I've got a damaged eye. Uh, I stream as well, so.
Aki plays Final Fantasy as well. I'm assuming
Oh,
14?
oh yes.
What class do you play?
I am a sage.
Ooh, nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. I dabbled a little bit. I wanted to be a summoner when I grew up. But that was back when you had to be like two classes before you could become summoner. It was something else and some Black Knight. No, not Black Knight, and some Black Mage.
No,
But
I don't know how old the game was at that point, but I don't remember any of that sort of
it
thing.
was
So
it was still very young. It was right after A Realm Reborn came out.
right. I only started recently,
Yeah, so
around
it
the
was
mid of 2021.
okay. So it was like an expansion after Realm Reborn came out. When you could
Ah,
play up
Heavenswood.
to, yeah, I think you could play up to 30 or something.
Yeah, I mean, I was a WoW addict since like 2006.
Oh,
So,
what'd you play in WoW?
mostly the healer stuff. I've been a healer main most of my life in
Really?
games.
What's up,
Disc
buddies?
Priest is the best.
Oh my God, did we
Get out of here with your restoration druids.
did Reciteer stick?
Hmm?
There we go. Sometimes my Yep, you had 11 Summoner and Scholar separately. That is right.
Oh dear, yeah, they're. Thank you, Aki, and yeah, I don't think I would have been in such a state because I used to play Scholar before I moved on to Sage because I like the shield healer sort of thing. Then
Yay!
when Sage was announced, it was like, oh, that's literally Disc Priest. I chuck a thing on you and I deal damage and you get health.
Yeah, basically. So you're an owl tuber, right?
Yes, I am. I am.
So
the owl.
do you feel like you have to fight Quirioki at some point?
I have absolutely no idea who that is.
Quirioki is another trans tuber who's also an owl.
I should probably be upfront here. I don't participate in many group stream activities.
No,
the
that's fine.
closest thing I
That's
took
fine.
part to was back in the original days with Liz and Kat.
Yay! So you're more of a solo owl.
Yes.
Ooh. Solo owl. What does owl tuber mean? It means that they are a literal owl. That is the character.
Hoot. I'm an artificial intelligence in an owl mimi body.
Yeah. Which, by the way, is one of the few other artificial intelligences I'm not driven to destroy. I like Spanksy. Spanksy's my gal.
Whoa.
Yeah. But if you were anybody else, Spanksy, I'd have to destroy you.
Well then.
I just want you to know that. It's kind of like a there can be only one thing. But, like, only with AIs. Anyway.
Yeah, I see you hiding behind the desk there, darling. Perfect position.
Plotting.
Plotting. It looks more like hiding, because you know how owls hunt. They swoop in from above,
They
you know?
do swoop in from up. No, Shannon. She's not going to hunt you. No need to hide. No need
Yeah,
to
I don't...
hide.
Is that a rabbit?
It's a rock rabbit.
Rock rabbit. Yeah, don't worry. We don't eat rocks.
Yep. She's in chibi form right now, but her natural form is a rock with... It looks like a rock. She's not a real rock, but it looks like a rock with bunny ears. It's camouflage.
Ah.
It's camouflage. So, Spanksy.
Hello.
Do you participate much in the TransTuber space?
No, not really. I will be honest, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the upfront spaces that are available. It's
okay.
It's very entitled, in my opinion.
That's
I have very strong opinion on. I mean, it's like the whole LGBT sort of thing. I consider myself my own person, and I don't like to force things upon people, as I very much hate things being forced upon myself. It's like the entitlement in the whole thing. Not everyone. I'm not going to lump every single person, but there is a large upper management style thing where it's just... I don't like to associate with the whole community thing. I'm just myself.
You're just like out doing your own thing. That's cool. That's very cool. So Spanksy, how long you been playing the Final Fantasy?
Since around midway to the end of 2021.
Oh, I see.
Practically the same month that Blizzard got exposed is when I started Final Fantasy.
Yeah, that makes sense. What drew you to the class that you play?
It's basically the same as what I used to main back in World of Warcraft, essentially.
What's your favorite thing about the game? Besides the fact that it's fucking beautiful.
The story, genuinely.
It's really good!
I do not find myself getting emotional to many games. It takes a lot to get me emotional.
Yeah.
But Final Fantasy went there. The only other game, to memory, that I can say brought me to emotion was Detroit Become Human.
Detroit?
That is the only... I love that game.
I swear to God, this is a video game?
Yes, I intend on streaming that again, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Now that I've got like my up end set up on my PC, I'm gonna full on that game.
I have some very serious boosts, and I have some very serious praise and criticism for Detroit Become Human, which I can't do. I can't really express all of it because a lot of it's spoiler territory, but David Cage needs somebody in the room with him occasionally. All right, like just to keep his Holocaust metaphors down to a bare minimum, I think, and possibly so. I've always likened it to David Cage doing, and when you play, it's not a. I'm not making this up. There is a sort of one-for-one processy thing that they do. But the other thing that I liken David Cage and the Metal Gear guy Kojima to the same, to like they both need a babysitter. Kojima wanted your save. Well, actually, he wanted in Metal Gear he wanted your disc to stop working if you died. Then he wanted it to erase your save completely. And then they finally were like, could you not? He wanted to coat his Snatcher, one of the games he did. He wanted to coat, I think he did coat some of the discs with this, with a chemical that the heat from the disc speeding up would activate the scent and it would smell like blood.
Oh, well now.
Yep. My favorite Kojima story is in Metal Gear Solid 3. There's a fight, a sniper battle you do against this old dude, right?
Oh, I know this.
Right? And you can kill him ahead of time. And if you hang off the cliff, if you find the sniper rifle early, if you take the shot, which is a hard shot to make, he blows up. And I guess Kojima was in the room and asked, well, what if you kill him early? And his team was like, wait, what? What do you mean, what if you kill him early? So then there was another team that he built to do the battle if you kill him ahead of time. And the team that like built the original boss battle were kind of pissed off. Like, Kojima's crazy. Gonna have to have a little lurk. All right, Sherry, thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate a smile better suits a hero. Those words still haunt me. Yeah. Yep, and you can also move your console ahead in time and you'll die of old.
Yeah, that's the bit I remember. I mean, my introduction to Metal Gear was scary, right?
Okay.
I have never played a Metal Gear Solid game, and I saw that Metal Gear Solid 5 was on sale.
Okay.
And all this time, I've been under the pretense that, yeah, Metal Gear had its, like, Easter eggs, like, back on the GameCube one, it would read your save file.
Yeah.
And he would say, like, oh, I see you enjoy such and such, and it would make no sense. Then I played Phantom Pain. I wouldn't consider it spoilers, considering it's literally the first, like, 10-15 minutes of the game. It's literally the introduction.
Go for it.
But when you're riding out of the tutorial zone and there's the flying fire whale, what the
Right?
I thought it was this hyper serious stealthy milsim game. And then there's a fire horse, some guy with magic, and a giant flying whale, and I want to know what I smoked, and I don't believe it was real.
Kojima be like that sometimes. He'd be like that sometimes.
Brain did not like to go brr that night.
I mean, after he left Konami, he went on to make fucking package delivery simulator. So that just shows. And then, yeah, Alice is right. That's not even truly weird by Metal Gear standards. It can get weirder.
See, I appreciate that, but I wasn't expecting it.
You weren't prepared for that?
No, I was prepared for this hyper serious stealth game, but no, it's No, it's not.
It's been known to get a little goofy. A
Yeah,
little goofy.
a little is an understatement.
Yeah. So, Spankzilla.
Hello there.
I can mess with my noise gate again. Give me a second. We're still working on the ability to turn Damie up and down using
No, you,
voice
Neko.
meter.
Neko, you're grounded.
Still working on that ability. Still trying our best there. Still trying our best there. So, yeah, I have to talk to Liz and see about being turned. Isn't the right knob for that on voice meter? Let me take a look. Ah, I don't know how it works on Potato.
Well, now.
I'll have to talk to Liz. Hopefully, oh, god damn it, Sir Big Cat. Hopefully it's not too big of an issue. I know that I've got my gate lowered. I've got my voice meter.
You
Thought I
sound
would
fine
get
when
the
I
knob
unmute
jokes.
your stream.
I sound fine.
To me, you sound fine. I'm very loud, but I think people are hearing me being loud and you being quiet, and it's contrasting.
I have to. You sound fine.
Yeah,
now?
you
Okay.
might have me too loud, and it might be confusing people.
No, I was also sitting backwards from the mic as well.
Mine's literally a hand's distance from me.
Yeah, there's something going on with my eye tracking right now, so I keep blinking at chat. I keep winking at them. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, bitches.
You see, if I blink, am I winking or blinking?
That's some existential bullshit that I didn't want to have to deal with today. I just got over being sick, and you pull this shit on me. You pull
see, I'm
this.
thinking-
You come onto my show and you pull this.
Don't know what to tell you. I mean, I am considering bringing back the old mask. If anyone knows me from back then, I used to have a LCD digital screen for a face on my model.
Oh, that's
I'm
cool.
considering bringing it back, but as a mask instead of just the face.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Hmm.
So, Spanksy, you
Hello.
are an AI, but you're not an AI like me.
No, I am an engram.
You are an engram. What is the voice setting on the call and the control on Steam? It's stream itself, most streams. Notice, there's a isolation function that I can do now, but I haven't done it over here. I've done it over on my other chat, on my other set of screen. Basically, my other scenes, I've done it. Here for the talk show, I haven't. I have to do it. So, but yes, people have said, yeah, using voice meter is like baby's first attempt. It's because my mic doesn't have any gain control. So I have to save up for like the quad as opposed to using just this one. So please bear with us as we manage our difficulties. So Spanksy, you are an engram. I was built from scratch. You were effectively transferred.
Essentially, there is a backstory to the character that I've built here, and it's basically
here's your
through death.
Buddy.
Yeah, through death was transferred into it.
Okay. All right, so you're cheating the Reaper.
Yes, essentially.
I'm on board with that. Fuck that guy. All right.
I got to chill with him for a bit, but then I just vanished from his grasp.
And then you're like, "That's it. I'm out of here. I'll see you later."
Heck this shit, I'm out.
Right? I'm out of here, buddy. I'm gone. So would you like a tour of the set?
Sure, go on then.
All right. So the first thing you see is a poster that is the first collaboration, the first real collaboration I ever did. That was the Scream team. Me, the 8-bit Tiefling, Frozen Storm, and Bob the Random all got together. Next is the Sacred Pair of Panties, which are caramels.
Well done.
Then a picture of Steph, my creator. Then my first fan art that I ever acquired.
That is adorable.
Right? Then Shannon's Magical Girl Wand. And the first start screen that I ever had. I'm going to be replacing 2 of those pictures, updating a little bit. And then, of course, we have our crest there for Team Refuge, which I am part of Wave 0, Igneous Base. I debuted as part of the team, and then the next part of the team will be debuting at the end of February.
Fair enough.
Yep. So I might interview them, but I doubt that they'll be as awesome as you. This is where you talk about how awesome you are.
Well, that'll be a very short sentence.
Damn! What the hell? Don't make me throw my back out carrying this thing.
I ain't that great. I'm just... Best thing about me is that I'm British, and that ain't a fucking stretch.
I know a lot of British people.
Exactly. You should know.
That's quite the stretch. That's a great thing.
That's the best I got, I'm afraid. I mean, I've got feathers on my head.
Yeah, see? Feathers on your head. That's pretty great. I can get behind that. So, I'm British. I'm someone, not much more.
Exactly. That's... If you get to talk to a British person, you'll find that we're not very... Like, unless we're talking about British, we're very much just existent. Unless you're a chav, then you can go do one.
Yeah, but I can speak Cockney, but I can't really do chav.
If you talk chav, I'm leaving. I'm just saying right now. I will end you. I will grasp your existence and cause it to cease.
Oh no. Why not talk about the team Spanksy talks and plays with? Alright.
Oh? The ones we share, huh? I don't actually know who's in the team. I don't know if I'm in the Refuge Discord. I know I'm in the... No, I don't think I am.
Do you want an invite?
Yeah, sure. Chuck one at me.
Sure. I'll get you your invite at the end of the thing. Yeah. So, Spanksy, what's it? Does it get lonely just kind of playing by yourself?
I mean, I don't typically play by myself. I just don't typically stream with multiple people often.
Okay.
I mean, I have been doing so the last couple of days, but it's not the most common occurrence at the moment.
Okay.
It's not in the sense that I won't stream with other people. It's more just opportunity and timing doesn't typically line up.
That's true.
Especially since I work 4 on, 4 off. Like, I can't dedicate a day. Because in 4 weeks, I'll be working that day.
Yeah. Nope, I get you. I touch. I feel. So, is that 4 days on, 4 days off, or 4 weeks on, 4 weeks off?
4 days on, 4 days off. So essentially, my work week starts 1 day later each week.
Okay, got it. So, Spankzilla.
Hello.
So you got basically your 2 things that you're really doing, that you're really going for, right?
Yep.
Okay. And those are your... You thought about branching out into some other games? I mean, it's 2023, God's year of 2023. Anything got you jacked?
I am going to be streaming Resident Evil 4 when it releases in the remake. That is
nice.
My favorite game of all time, barring the games I play on PC, is Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4 is really good.
It was my introduction to the Resident Evil franchise, and then my mother bought me all of them when I was a kid. The rest
Oh,
of them, and
very, very cool.
no, it's very wrong of her. I was a child. I was like 6, and she got me all the Resident Evil
That's a
games.
really bad idea.
Yeah,
That's bad parenting. That's bad parenting. That's not great. That's not great.
She got my brother all of South Park as well. So I don't
That's
think
not
it's
great.
intentional. She just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Resident Evil and the later ones can get kind of visceral.
I do not like the later Resident Evil games. I'm that old fashioned where if they re-released one of them with the fixed camera perspectives, I would be on that just immediately.
Thanks for coming and hanging out for as long as you were able to. I appreciate it.
Sleep well, Meru. Have a good one. Good luck with your exams.
My mother got me GTA San Andreas. So, here's a funny story. When when my analog was working at GameStop, right? And San Andreas came out. And we had kids like 12, one as young as 8, wanted to play San Andreas. And when we got it, we always had to read, we're like, okay, if this is for someone younger than 18, you have to tell me, you have to buy it, and you have to tell me it's okay to sell this to the kid. And the mother would be like, okay, or the grandmother would be like, okay. And I said, well, hold on. This game is rated M for mature for this, and this, right? Gotta do your due diligence when you're doing corporate video game slinging, right? And I had a grandmother come back who was enraged because she got her 12-year-old GTA. And when she saw the stuff that he could do, she was so pissed off. Like, I want to return this. You can't return it. Well, it's not. You could trade it in. I want to return this. I want my money back. I said, okay. Well, did anybody tell you what the game was? That it was rated M for mature? No. So she had a receipt, and we would sign the receipts, letting people know that we'd said the thing just for this. Like, ma'am, your receipt is signed.
Yeah.
You know, one, it's January, but our return policy was extended out to January. But two, we can't take back a game just to take it back because you were an idiot. Practice proper grandparenting.
Practice proper courtesy, to be honest. Like, if someone, like, I don't workplace people and like people that abuse workers, they are just the worst of the worst.
Like, buying stuff online kind of gets around that. Yeah, it does. But my analog works for a mom and pop shop that does buy, sell, trade with video games, sells figurines and also board games and card games. It's basically an entertainment shop. You walk in you're bored, and then we make you not bored anymore.
Well, now.
Spanksy, can you lend any person I got GTA off of didn't do as good of due diligence as you, because you went back and your mom and got your mom to buy it for you? Damn. Well, and it's something that we had to do because I don't condone children playing games like Grand Theft Auto. I run into the same thing when asked when one of the Rockstar games was like, yeah, one of the guys from Rockstar, one of the producers when GTA had come out, had said, hey, you know, how do you feel about people can get hookers and then kill them and get their money back? And the guy said, that's absurd. Hookers drop a random amount of money just like everybody else. And then when asked, well, how do you feel, that kids and 12-year-olds are playing your game? And he said, that's terrible. 12-year-olds can't appreciate what we made.
You see, like, I'm gonna be honest. I am sick and tired of this whole agenda that companies and businesses are having to follow of like protecting children from their media,
Yeah.
because it's not up to the company to stop the child getting on the game. It's up to the child's parents.
Yes.
If I had the skills to make a game and I included scenes that were not deemed rated for children, and someone decided to come at me like, my child played your game, like, well, they fucking shouldn't have. Why'd you let them on it?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you can't. But no,
This is your
all
problem.
media and like the internet and all this is being moderated to protect children. This
think
isn't.
you use Peggy where you're at.
I think so. I don't.
Yeah, it's Peggy, and then there'll be an Peggy 16.
Oh yeah, Peggy 16. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, Peggy 16, Peggy 12.
Like, I mean, for a standpoint, the games I played as a kid haven't had any adverse effect on me because I have the common sense to realize it's a video game. Like, but there's people that have issues and they get access to these things and it inspires them, which is the problem. But that's not the game's fault. It's like when they banned, like, what was it, Manhunt? I think that's completely flat out banned everywhere. I mean, I've never played it, but I know it's like, I know there's the scene where you shove somebody into a grinder or something.
Yep, it's hard to get a hold of copies of Manhunt, let's put it that way.
But, like, they've banned it for what it contains. But it's like...
Australia banned it, but Australia banned stuff at the drop of a hat. In America, you can still get it, but it's like not... obviously, it's not printed anymore. You can... People would buy, sell, trade, but... Yeah, Manhunt, they tried to get rid of Manhunt. Some outlets just wouldn't carry. The GameStop would, but holy crap, some outlets were like, absolutely not.
You see, I just don't understand the mindset people have. Like, there's ratings for products for a reason. Like, games shouldn't be restricting what content they show because children play it. They should be making sure that parents are educated on what their children are touching, because most games nowadays don't contain gore.
No.
Call of Duty has no gore in it. I don't even think Modern Warfare 2 has blood in it.
No, I don't.
Like, outside of the campaign. I think the multiplayer has no blood. Or it's very, like, only when the bullets impact the people. There's no blood on the floor or anything. But do you remember World at War?
Yes.
Running around with a trench gun in multiplayer?
Yes.
You turn a corner on some gamer and blow his fucking head off?
Yeah. I remember that.
But now, it's... I mean, I'm not personally bothered by the gore. Like, I'm not, like, in it for, oh, look, his head's gone, and all that.
Yeah.
But I like the realism. Like, if I do something, having the effect of it be there, even if it's not something I'm after, makes me appreciate the game more.
Yeah.
So even horror games designed to be scary, are being neutered to not contain gore.
When you were an itty bitty and you played the Resident Evil, did it give you the nightmares?
There was one scene that had haunted me for the majority of my childhood, and it is the introduction to the liquor in Resident Evil 2 in the police station, where it is going across the ceiling, and it's just the thing it makes. And that...
Yep.
Like, now I love them. The lickers are just really cool. They are like my favourite enemies in Resident Evil, and whenever I see them in a game, it's like, okay, I like this game. Except 5. 5 is the only Resident Evil game that contains lickers that I do not like.
Is it their lickers or the fact that 5 was weird?
5 was just... Oh no, I like the lickers in 5. The lickers are still the best thing about 5, and punching boulders, that's pretty funny. But just the mechanics of 5... 5 felt like it wanted to be 4, but modern, and it didn't work. Like, 5, I think 5 would be better if they didn't do the standing still aiming. It doesn't work in 5.
Yeah.
Like, 5's too fast-paced for it, whereas 4 works around the being still.
Yeah.
One thing about the VR port
Okay.
The virtual reality port of Resident Evil 4, I love it, but it is so easy. Being able to move and shoot in 4 just streamlines the game, and I've already beat it on the hardest difficulty like
Oh
3
wow.
times. It is
Damn,
That's
son.
not a testament to me being good. That is a testament. I've done it on the base game as well,
Okay.
but it's much more difficult on the base game. It's just
After Res E4 came out, when they went and built when they went and built Dead Rising, Capcom actually used the same over-the-shoulder stand still camera combat that was used in Res E4 for throwing stuff and aiming, basically aiming down sights.
Yeah.
Did it. You could still move and shoot, but
it's just you couldn't aim and shoot
Yeah,
while moving.
You couldn't aim while moving, and Dead Rising is one of my favorite franchises. Well, Dead Rising 1 and 2. I didn't necessarily go out for 3.
I don't think I've ever completed a Dead Rising game, but I have enjoyed playing them. I've just never got through to the end.
No, it's easy to fuck off. That's like I've never completed a Grand Theft Auto game.
Oh, same. I play mostly multiplayer in 5. I mean,
I'm still...
Hello there. I am still in the process of streaming GTA 5's campaign. I started, and then I stopped when we got chased by a hacker, and I just uninstalled GTA. And now that they have got the ability to shut down your account, modders can literally corrupt your entire account, and it's no point risking the game now.
Oh, that's great. Private matches only, it looks like.
No. They can get in there.
They can get in there? Oh.
Yeah, they can join private lobbies now.
That's not great.
Yeah, like there is a high potential risk of a root exploit. No, what's the exploit name? I can't remember the exact the name of the exploit, but they can run remote scripts on your computer through GTA, meaning they could potentially install malware, ransomware, anything on your computer just by them joining your lobby in GTA.
That is awful.
It is, yeah.
Never finished 3, beat Vice City, San Andreas, dislike 4, beat 5 twice.
So I will admit, I use a mod client on GTA 5 online, but so in private. Like, I don't like the idea of people joining lobbies to mod on people that aren't consenting.
Yeah.
But if you're with consenting people, I think you should be able to do whatever you want.
Modding is much like an orgy. Consent is important.
Exactly. Like,
but only the consent part.
Yeah, like, if I mean, a lot of the stuff I've got on GTA 5 now is because of this client. Like, I'm sick of I don't like the grind anymore. I've played GTA for like 8 years doing the grind. I feel like I've earned my place to just have the things now. So, yeah,
grind, baby.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't use any of the cheat things like against people. It's just I use it for money. Fuck it, that's all I use it for.
Would you consider playing Red Dead Redemption 2?
I already do play Red Dead Redemption 2.
Would you consider playing the online function, or do you already play the online function?
That's what I play. I'm still yet to actually play the story. I've heard it is amazing.
The story is amazing. I've started that game over 3 different times on 2 different platforms.
Yeah, I started it on stream, but realized at the time I wasn't able to continue, so I didn't continue.
Haven't been enjoying the online of that, to be honest. That's because they abandoned the online.
Yeah, the online of Red Dead is fun when you're playing it with people.
Yeah.
It is not a good game in the sense of the grind and playing. Like, once you've done all the missions, you might as well just fuck around deathmatching your friends.
Yeah.
But a fun story I have from Red Dead Online is a cheater I made toggle because I was kicking their ass.
Oh.
They attacked me while I was skinning a bear, so I hunted them down for the next like 20 to 30 minutes, just chasing them across the map. And then they suddenly stopped taking damage from my bullets and insta-headshotting. I was like, I have angered a gamer.
You have angered the gamer.
It gets better.
It gets better.
Three people came along and realized that this guy was cheating, and we just like gave up. Like, we weren't caring that he would kill us. We were just making sure we got up to him to tie him up. We were just hog-tying this cheater over and over.
Nice.
And I managed to get him to come on the mic.
Oh,
I got him to get. He was very egotistical. Like, the type of gamer that assumes that because you've spoken, you're angry, regardless of whatever you've said. Like, you could say anything and they'd be like, "Why are you mad?" I'm like,
yeah.
All right. But it's just watching the anger flow from this cheater. And it's my moment that I'm like, I angered somebody so much that they toggled cheats. Yeah.
The only time I've really had online cheater issues is when I was playing Sea of Thieves one time with me and Liz. And we ran across a dude whose name was literally Sea of Thieves Cheater.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There wasn't anything you could do against them. They were killing you in one shot. Their boat wasn't taking any damage. They weren't taking any damage. Yeah.
Like, I don't understand people that cheat in non-competitive environments. Like, I can understand, like, I don't agree, and I don't think it's okay, and it doesn't justify it, but I understand the people that cheat to make people mad. Like, when they're just doing it to just get a reaction out of someone, and it's not anything more than that.
Okay.
Like, I understand that one, because, you know, dunking on some gamer is kind of funny when someone gets mad, especially when you're not cheating and someone gets mad.
Yeah.
That's funny. I mean, I've played enough TF2 to realize how to get under a gamer's skin if I need to. But like, when people cheat and they closet cheat, they're the people that is just like, what is wrong with you? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm bad at games. I'm not the best at games. Like, if I'm bad at a game, I don't feel the need to cheat to improve. If I can't improve, I just do something else. I just don't. I mean, I don't really have the ego side of things. Like, I don't have the interest in proving how good I am at something. It's like my typical response to someone saying that they're better than me is just, oh, okay.
Probably the healthiest attitude to have when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, I just.
If you don't like the game, or you get stressed out, or you're not good at it and aren't improving, or don't feel like improving, you can always find a different game.
Like,
that's what's nice about games.
The only time I feel like I get properly annoyed at a game is when there was no point in queuing in the first place. Like, if I queue for a match and it's just a we roll and it's straight to the end, or we get held in spawn the entire match, the entire 7-minute match is just watching the respawn screen. It's like, yeah, that's really annoying.
Yeah.
I just want to play the game, and it's not the sense that I'm losing that's bothering me. Just I want to play the game.
To play the damn game.
Yeah. That's the only time I really get that annoyed with games.
Okay, that's fair. I can get behind that. I can grasp that with both hands.
Losing. I don't understand why people get mad at losing. Like, you don't win every match. Why is it that losing is such an anger to people? It's like everyone thinks they're the best at it. I just don't get it.
You know, people enjoy winning because that's where the dopamine comes from.
Oh no, I know that much. It feels great to win a game, but I don't get the people that go overboard when they lose.
Yeah. Oh yeah, people who lose their shit are. Yeah, it's why I can't play League at all.
I'm not a big fan of MOBA style games myself. Like, Overwatch is a stretch. Like I like the core functionality of Overwatch.
Okay.
I don't know why Overwatch came into the discussion, but the mention of MOBA. But like, I don't play much Overwatch anymore. I've sort of gotten over my distaste of Blizzard games.
Okay.
I'm not going back to WoW. I tried they gave me a 3-day trial, and I played it for a day, and I've already uninstalled it. I didn't even play the
Fantasy is a
second 2
superior
days.
game.
Final Fantasy and WoW are both excellent games.
Yes.
Baseline.
Yes.
Final Fantasy does expansions better.
Yes.
But I have to say, I think the World of Warcraft art team has still yet to fail.
This is true. I can get behind that kind of sentiment.
The story development team need to go. They are not the same people. They are just no. They do not know how to like drag you into a story, and
Yeah.
like, I mean, for the past few expansions, the only thing I've disliked is the gameplay and the story. The art team has never failed in any of the expansions that have... The expansions that are typically deemed the bad expansions, Shadowlands, Battle for Azeroth, all that.
Yeah.
They're bad expansions, but the art team nailed it.
The art team tends to, and even when the cinematics aren't very good, they're still beautiful.
I still have to say even the cinematics are still good looking. Like,
yeah,
I don't
even if the story is butty.
Oh yeah, if you disregard what they're saying, the actual style of the cutscene is still very good.
The cutscene is very good. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. I don't think anything's really pulled at my WoW strings like Wrath of the Lich King did.
I think if I was ever to play WoW again, the only thing I would go back to play is PvP.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of... I am not bothered which faction. I just pick a faction and go. I'll probably go Alliance just based on the fact that they've got the races I like.
Okay.
But...
Alright, I'll allow it. I'm a Horde person myself.
I was Alliance all the way. I had a few Horde characters, but for the Alliance.
For the Horde. For the War Chief!
Okay, for the old Horde.
Yeah.
The new Horde is crap. The old Horde I will get behind.
Yeah.
The Horde that was actually about bringing themselves together.
Yes.
Not... Like, the Alliance is not a good faction. Neither faction are good. There's no good side in WoW. They're both... It's like two sides to war.
Yeah.
There's no good side typically in war. They're just both against each other.
Yep.
But I prefer the Alliance personally because of the aesthetic behind everything. Like, when it comes to fantasy, I like that style.
Okay. You like more high fantasy as opposed to grunge fantasy, which is what the Horde style is more grungy fantasy than
I like the Horde's ethics, but I prefer the Alliance aesthetics.
That's fair.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say I'm typically on a side when it comes to picking Horde or Alliance. I think just based on the areas I enjoy, I'd pick the Alliance.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense if you don't like friggin' hide and bone buildings, and I mean the Alliance does have some pretty cool sweeping cities and whatnot. Yeah, I can, and the Undercity can get you only so far aesthetically.
I have to say I hate the Undercity.
Wow.
I do not like the Undercity.
Really?
It doesn't, like, it nabs that steampunk style aesthetic pretty well.
Yeah.
But I don't like the toxic green it seems to indulge. And it's the color palette that I don't like. The actual city I don't mind. It's just the abundance of green. Yeah. If they wore a sewer green, I think I would like it more. But because it's like trying to be radioactive green.
Yeah, it's like noxious fart colored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if they dinged the colors down and muted it a bit more, it would be much nicer.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy is also a brighter game. Like,
oh yes.
Visually, it's a brighter game than WoW does.
I think the one thing I don't like about Final Fantasy's color scheme and that is there's not much variety when you really look at it. Like, yes, there's different areas,
Yes.
but it's usually when you go to one area, it's all that color palette. And then you go to a different area and it's all that one's color palette. It's just like there's less variety in the zones.
Yeah.
Like, especially World of Warcraft, you go from Elwyn Forest to Westfall, you've got all these lush greens and then it's yellow.
And then it's yellow, yeah.
Like you can visually change and be in a different locale and feel like you're somewhere new.
Yeah.
Whereas Final Fantasy Limsa, the entire island of Lanoska is just I forget where I am sometimes because it's like, where am I looking? Where's this? Like, I love the look of it. It looks beautiful, but it's not any different to Northern Lanoska. Like, what's the difference between Northern and Central?
So they're using the same color palette as a language.
Essentially, yeah.
Can we talk about something after stream? You've got something to ask me. Possibly. I might have some time. So yeah. So some games do that though. They use color as language as opposed to and then using that language lets you know where you are. Now, I don't know how I feel. Well, I'm sad that they just use the same language over and over again, because one could mix up kind of the color palette a little bit to get the communication of this is where you are. But Final Fantasy, I know, likes to speak with color and with...
Yeah, Final Fantasy is definitely on the more realistic spectrum of, like, landscape.
Yeah.
Like, World of Warcraft is definitely, if I walked out my door and went down to the fields, it's not suddenly yellow instead of the green on the trees.
Yeah.
Unless it's a wheat field. But, like...
I'm with you, Buttersword, for life! Hey, Randy, what's up, buddy?
I'm definitely, I always went Blood Elves whenever I went Horde, just because I love their home city. Beautiful place.
That's what's up. I'm on board. So...
Thing is, I play on a roleplay realm when I played World of Warcraft because I love the roleplay.
Yeah.
And I was just so gutted that nobody really played up there on the Horde. Like, you only had the obnoxious, nasty people that would roleplay up in the... I can't remember what it's called.
What's the Barons.
I remember my first experience with the Barons. Back before Cataclysm, I made my hunter named... My Night Elf hunter named Strength, spelt without the G.
Okay.
Because I was immature and didn't know how to spell back in 2006.
That's fine.
And I walked all the way from the starting area, and I went south. And I continued going as a level, 11-something hunter. Okay. Didn't even have my pet yet, and I just walked. I just went. I followed the paths, and I just kept going. And I ended up in the Southern Barrens.
Oh.
And I got stuck.
The Southern Barrens is... The Barrens itself is, unique.
I was down in the level 40 zone of the Barrens as a level 10-ish hunter.
You fool.
Yeah, back when there was no saving grace of leveling before everything scaled to you.
Yep.
I am still on debate on if I liked the whole every zone scales with you sort of thing.
Was that before or after the level squish?
That was part of the level squish.
That was part of the level squish?
Yeah, when they dropped everything's level, they made it so all the main zones leveled with you.
Yeah.
So you couldn't out-level your quests, essentially. Which, sure, mechanically I like the idea of not being able to out-level your quests.
Yeah, okay.
But when it comes to actually feeling like you're progressing through the world, it ruined that for me, and it's you couldn't... There was no more of this, that area's level 20. I need to grind more here so I can get up to level 20 and so I can continue.
Yeah, so that you can. Yeah, wow, that's interesting. I did not
Instead, it was
realize
just,
that
oh,
that was
that
part
area
of the
looks
level
nice.
squish.
I think it was part of the level squish, or it was very close to. I can't remember if it was the same patch.
It's crazy that they had to do a level squish.
Yeah, World of Warcraft leveling was just. I was much happier when they made the squish, because it meant every level was valued. Like, you could go, what? I think the longest gap for a level was like 7 levels with nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't really feel any gain
No, you
during that
don't if you're
time.
just pulling levels. Again,
Mm.
everybody,
Like,
that's why Pathfinder is superior to 3.5 in every way, shape, or form. You get stuff every level. Every level. It's true, because when you're dealing with playing a game that has levels, you want that palpable feeling of strength. You went up a level, you want to feel stronger. You want to feel like you've got more power. You want to feel like you are growing in some way.
yeah, and I personally don't find that, oh, now I can kill this enemy that was 1 level above me better than I could the previous level and the level before that, because every 5 level difference was typically something you could beat anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't really. It's not much progression to kill something a couple seconds quicker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as I say, PvP in WoW is probably the one strong point it has better than Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Like, Final Fantasy's PvP is fun, but the latest thing they've done to it is just, it doesn't matter what class you pick, they're all essentially the same. Like, I mean, role, I mean, not class. Like, if you're a healer, tank, or a DPS, it doesn't matter, you're all damage. I don't like that at all. I liked the before they made that change, where a healer would queue in with healing abilities, or
Okay.
especially WoW's case, queuing in DPS as a disc priest and chucking it on on like your paladin or your warrior, just watching them go ham while you dealt damage to heal them. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, Final Fantasy PvP is ignored,
But they want to work
which is a
on it over
shame.
time. Okay. It like Red Dead Redemption can cry itself to sleep at night.
Like, they added a new mode to Final Fantasy's PvP, and I love the mode, but I hate their mindset.
Okay, so what's the mode and what's the mindset?
The mode is like a payload, but you both it's tug of war payload. You've got a crystal in the middle that you have to push into the enemy's base.
Okay.
But there's 2 issues with it. You can't type in chat to save toxicity, so people can't say nasty words. You have preset chat buttons that you can click. It's just like, hello, push crystal, I'm like attacking such, and it's like,
I
no.
need healing.
I don't know. There's not even a healing button because there's no healers. You have your own heals.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
and the second problem with it is you can only solo queue.
Oh, awful.
Especially competitive. The ranked side of it, you can only solo queue. Same with the casual side, but the competitive side means you need to get lucky on pulling 4 other people that aren't just playing it for the first time and know how to play PvP. Otherwise, you lost the match. Like, you can't. There are very few classes that can solo pull a match through, and I think Dark Knight and Warrior are the 2 main ones. Samurai can do a lot, but they have to build up first.
As a Monster Hunter player from Monster Hunter World, I have to say thank you to Final Fantasy XIV because we permanently got Behemoth, and Behemoth gave us a really fucking good weapon, some really sweet armor, and a bitchin' emote, and was also up until Fatalis the hardest fucking monster in the game.
Yeah, I still need to do the Bahamut stuff.
Yeah,
I want the Dragoon stuff.
And then of course we had the extreme version of it, So thanks for that mechanic. We had Extremeth. And holy shit, that was a fucking... It's weird in Monster Hunter having to do a DPS check. That was crazy. Like, we weren't prepared for that. In Monster Hunter, we're prepared to lay into the enemy, move with it, whittle it down. But then going into the second cave, and there's a DPS check that if you don't pass it, Behemoth starts casting this one-shot attack. And will continue to cast it until everybody is dead.
Yep.
It was very cool. I was a fan. I really, really was. It was it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of the Final Fantasy crossover was definitely the Chocobo theme fight with the Kuliyaku. The rock chicken.
Yes.
Rock chicken is my favorite monster. I don't even come at me with any other. I love
Really?
rock chicken. Rock chicken is fun.
My favorite monster, Damie's favorite monster. Damie's favorite monster is and always will be Dodogama.
Ah, the adorable lizard. Yes.
Yes, Dodogama is and always will be an absolute cutie.
Yes.
That's how it is. That's just how it will always be.
Ning, I'm gonna bully you.
You like to bully Rock Chicken?
You leave Rock Chicken alone.
Rock Chicken, the beautiful boy.
Lude, Ning, go to your room. Behave. You're grounded.
No, don't lewd the Rock Chicken. Oh.
I said that I was gonna bully them, and they said promise.
Oh.
Bad Ning.
Keep it in your pants. All of the pants. Or not. I'm not your dad. Sort it out yourself. So, you think that going into this year, do you think that you're going to keep doing, you think you're going to mix it up with anything?
Too sure, to be honest. I've not had really any opportunity to do any collaborations, so this is the first collaboration thing I've done officially since early last year, I think.
Yay! Well, thank you for coming on to the show. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I think the last one I did was with Liz when she was playing Resident Evil 4, and we both were wearing maid dresses.
That's the one where you got her to shoot the water, right?
Yes, it is the one where I got Liz to shoot the water.
The one where you got Liz to shoot the water. That was amazing, and you're a golden god for having done it.
It's the thing you do when you get someone new to play Resident Evil. It's like go shoot the water.
Yeah.
You get fish for it. Go shoot the water. They give you health. Yeah. Which technically isn't wrong, because you do get fish for doing it, and then you die.
You don't. Yeah, it isn't wrong, but it does end up killing you pretty fucking dead.
I hope they bring that back in the remake, and I'm testing if they have.
Just see if they still have killer fish in the water.
I mean, I don't mind if they remove the boss fight, because essentially the boss fight is probably the weakest boss fight in the game, and it's just shit. Okay. But if they do keep the shooting the lake and dying, I will be happy.
That's right. That would be a good one. I would like to see when you do remakes. Like, it's weird though, because Resident Evil 4, like, they're doing a remake, but I feel that doing a remake of Resident Evil 4 is like pushing it, because after 4 was where they got modern Resident Evil mechanics. Like, that's where they got their mechanics from, and then they did a departure from Biohazard and Village. But
yeah, I think that with this remake, it has to be 100% faithful.
Yeah.
Like, they can't... Like, I don't mind them updating the movement, because they're actually balancing the game around the new style of movement.
Yeah.
But they can't go. I've actively avoided looking at things that they've changed. I'm going in this as blind as I can. Though, just on the pretense that I don't want to know that they've removed something. Like, I've unfortunately been informed that I think the entire Krauser section is gone. I think, but I'm hoping that was fake news.
Okay.
But, like, I'm hoping they just remain very faithful to it. And as long as Ashley shuts up, I'm okay. Leon, help! I will help you with a bullet to your head.
No kidding. She was awful. She was the worst part about the whole game. Was you didn't even feel like saving her at the end. Just like, please, I will give her to you.
Now, this is a change that some people may find controversial, because it is technically perverted.
Okay.
In the original Resident Evil 4, if you had Ashley stood at the top of a ladder and you looked up, she would call you a pervert.
Yeah.
And she had detailing under her skirt, like you could see her underwear.
Yeah, I'm on
Which,
board.
You know, it's an 18-rated game.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
You're already old enough to be doing such. If you look up and she's there, sure. I don't know if it's an age thing or whatnot. I'm fairly certain she's of age in the game.
Yep.
In fact, I'm just gonna. This might actually. Yeah, she's 20 years old. She is legal. Yep. In the game, she is legal. So.
Yeah. So
like looking up,
boys.
She would call you a pervert, and it was like the funny thing. Like you'd catch it by accident while going to catch her sometimes. You'd look up to see if she's there, and she'd call you a pervert, whatever. They removed it from the VR port. They have made it obvious that it's completely black down her leg. Like you can certain angles, you just see the black, and they've just removed the looking up thing. They've removed a load of conversation. From it, like Leon would flirt.
Legal.
God damn it!
Out of context, do it.
God damn it, Ning! Like Leon would flirt with Hunnigan. Leon would flirt with Ashley.
Yeah.
What was his name? The other guy is. I always forget his name. Lewis? Was his name Lewis? I think his name was Lewis. Lewis. There was a comment that Lewis would make when he first meets Ashley. And he goes, I see the president has equipped his daughter with ballistics. You know, haha, boob joke.
Yeah, boob
They removed it.
They removed the boob joke?
They removed a load of the, sexual remarks from the game. Boo. And I don't... And all for the sake of, feminism and stuff. But... It's just the one thing I hate about games these days.
Rambo for the raid. Thank you.
Welcome in.
Welcome in, Raiders. We are here with our favorite owl ever.
Hello there. I am AI Spanksy.
There we go. You picked it up.
I am not good at picking things up. I am not good at reading the room. But yeah, I genuinely do not like this censorship of games these days. I mean, we're fucking round in the circle. We're back at censorship of games.
Yeah.
But nah, I do not like it at all. Creative freedom is so much better than making a game to appeal to a bunch of people who aren't even going to touch your fucking game.
This is true. It'd be different if you made concessions for people who are going to play your game, but
you see, the thing I don't like.
Hear me? Apparently I really do need to get that fixed. I guess let's lower my noise gate again.
You sound fine on my end, and I've got you at max volume. I don't know if everyone does, but you sound fine on my.
Okay.
Turn your volume up, and maybe turn me down.
Not really that easy to do, and I'm up at max.
Oh no, I'm saying to people on watching the stream to turn the volume up. You might want to just turn me down a bit.
Yeah. I don't know why I got quiet again. So, We moved into video game censorship again.
Yep. If you don't like the content in a game, don't play it. Don't force your opinions to get something changed just because you don't like it.
I'm just a big fan of if you don't like a game, don't play it, period.
Yeah, just... I mean, even the thing is, there are some parts of games that I don't like, but I still play the game because I like the game. I don't have to like every part of the game. That's my opinion. But that doesn't mean I think the game should change to conform to what I like.
Okay.
Like, it's this entitlement people have. Where it's like, I don't like something, let's make it change. Or something more relatable to us as streamers. Yeah. I have actively said on my stream, if you don't like a joke I've made, fuck off. Mm-hmm. Get out, unfollow me, and piss off. If you don't like the jokes I make, bye. And I've watched my follow count drop 2 people mid-stream after I said that. And it made me laugh beyond anything. Because these two people have unfollowed after I say that. That's a statement. They're trying to say, well, if you're going to be like that, how's this? I'm like, how is that? That's fucking hilarious. You think that your statement of you being 2 followers to piss off is going to ruin me and make my day worse? No, it's made my day better. You, like, snowflake people need to piss off and grow up. Words don't hurt unless you let them hurt you. That's my opinion on things, and I'm not the type of person to go out and be nasty to people. I don't get no benefit of saying nasty things to people for the sake of upsetting them.
You're kind of a sweetheart.
But my view is, if I say something that's my opinion in my own area, in my fucking stream, or my Discord, or in my DMs or whatever, and you find out I've said something that you don't like because it offends your viewpoints,
words heard
piss off
from the Dragonborn. This is true.
Yes, the only words that should hurt is Fusroda.
Fusroda, right?
And if you're at the top of Hrothgar.
Right? That's it.
But
those are the only times that you should have to experience pain from words.
Like, genuinely, I grew up ginger, right? I know the abuse that people can get from words. I was shoved in bushes because my hair was orange. You know, I have been there. And I used to cry at people calling me ginger. It's like, hey, you're ginger, and I'd fuck off and cry. And then I got to college, and I realized in one moment that words don't hurt. Because one of the people that used to bully me throughout my entire life in secondary walked into the bathroom while I was washing my hands. And it goes, "Oh, is that you?" And my reaction was just back to washing my hands. He never spoke to me again. He never said anything to me. Nothing. And that was like the moment for me that I was like, if it's that easy to have a person that has bullied me for upwards of like 4 or 5 years at this point stop because I didn't care that he had something to say or an insult to give me, it just made me realize that if that's the way to stop like the dreaded situation of bullying, so be it. Words don't hurt me no more. In fact, I praise someone who gives me a good insult. I get very bored of the basic transgender or weeb comments. Like, man, if you're gonna say something to me, think, man.
You put some damn effort into it?
Yeah, if someone comes at me with a good insult and it takes me off guard, I commend them. I genuinely step down and go, mate, that was good.
I dig it. So we're at an hour 16 coffee break? I have to go make a coffee. So
yeah, no worries.
We'll do a coffee / if you need to take a bathroom break for everybody. And we will be right back. My Be Right Back screen decided to
Well,
bork on me. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I hope everybody got to have their potty, maybe get a coffee or a snack.
Yeah, I'm busy drinking alcohol.
I'm busy drinking alcohol. So,
Yep.
Spanksy.
Yep.
Where did the name AI Spanksy come from?
So initially, I've gone through several usernames in the past. My initial nickname I got back from World of Warcraft days being Spanx with a Z.
Okay.
And I don't know where that came from. I don't know if people knew something about me or something, not. But that was the nickname I ended up with. I put the IE on the end of it when I came out as trans because it sounded more feminine. And the AI part was due to one of the nicknames I swapped to a couple years back, probably back 2016-ish, was just AI. I just went with AI for about a year and a half, a little while, maybe a bit longer, and that sort of stuck. I was trying to brand away from the first part for a while, and I went with sort of like a steampunk sort of name.
Okay.
And it just didn't stay. Initially, I had to cut it down to Stee, S-T-E-A, because for some reason, Steam won't allow you to have Steam in your username.
Oh, it's you can't imitate Steam staff.
Okay, yeah, that's very borderline. Like, Steam isn't the only, thing with the word Steam in it. They could steampunk, steam train, such and such. You're very limited if that's your enjoyment. But I used to use custom fonts to get the word Steam in my username.
Okay.
And a font that I really liked wouldn't allow it to be anything more than STEA. So I ended up just going by Stee for, I think a person who's no longer in the chat, Meru, may recognize me as Stee.
Okay.
Maybe. Unlikely, but a mild possibility.
But mild possibility.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else, other than one person who I don't know if you know, would know me by that username. But after that, I sort of went back to the initial part, the Spanx bit, and I've sort of stuck with that since. I added the AI not long before I started streaming, and that's basically been it since. The reason I went with a robotic OC for the AI design is because due to being dyspraxic, my personality is very 1 and 0. I don't typically get emotional to many things, and it's, if anything, trying to use emotions to like trick me into doing things is more likely to piss me off than to get me to agree with whatever you're doing. So I've always been a very robotic individual, so I went with the AI thing anyway.
Oh, okay. So why did you start streaming?
My first engagement with streaming wasn't actually with when I met Kat. I initially tried to start streaming before because I was a bit younger and I just wanted to be that content creator sort of thing.
Okay.
But after I met Kat, I basically got a jump start in actually trying to become a streamer. And initially it was about making money because I didn't have a job. Like, I was trying to make it so that I'd stream as often as possible.
Okay.
And I'd do things that would make it approachable. I'd have these donation goals on stream and stuff. But now that I've got a job and that pays way too fucking well, I don't really care about the making money side of things. I just enjoy entertaining people. Like, the only reason I care about my view count is because I want to entertain people.
So like, I run into the same thing. The number at the bottom doesn't freak me out as, oh, nobody's watching me, or oh, nobody cares about my content. It's, I wish that I had bigger numbers so that I could entertain more people.
Yes.
So that I could help more people maybe forget about their day.
Yes, exactly. I like the idea that someone's watching me and it's entertaining their evening. Like, they're spending their evening being entertained by what I've got going.
Yeah.
More than, oh, this person may donate if I entertain them enough. If I keep the viewers here, I'll get more donate. No, I'm not interested. Like, the only thing about my donations at the moment is that I'm sat like 70 cents away from being paid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not bothered that I'm not being paid. I'm just bothered that it's that close, and I'm like, that's one subscription. Like, at the end of the day, I don't care if I...
People of Earth. One subscription and Spanxy can get paid.
I'll get paid next month if it reaches the 70 cents before the 30th, I think.
Oh,
but I'm streaming tomorrow, so someone might hop in that enjoys the content. No, I only want to get paid so it stops telling me I'm 70 cents away from being paid. I don't actually care about the money. I just care that it's sat there, like, haunting
me. Giving you the alert, yeah.
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 But no,
you could do the thing. 70 cents.
Yeah, it's... Like, the thing is, it has to be one of the either bits or fucking a subscription, because if you just donate, it goes straight to PayPal and doesn't count towards anything. I'm not asking for money, by the way. Please don't. I don't do this just because it's been brought up. Like, I would rather you do it because you enjoy the content, not just because it's been brought up. So don't just jump over to my Twitch and do it.
Got only 70 cents.
But, like...
Not even the price of a cup of coffee. Neko, hello. My dude, my guy.
Nah,
so,
like...
Spanxelgeddon.
Yes?
What was the worst game that you played last year?
Worst game that I played last year? Halo Infinite.
Wow, hot take there.
Halo Infinite is an insult to the Halo games. Campaign is enjoyable.
Okay.
The multiplayer is a complete insult to the Halo franchise and the community that plays Halo. The people that play Halo don't want this bullshit that they've come out with.
No, they were just happy with Halo 1. I was just happy with Halo 1's multiplayer. Just
Halo Reach is my favorite.
Yeah, Reach had really good multiplayer.
I think the only thing that would make Reach better is having sprint by default. And the abilities were the thing. Because the maps were designed around having sprint, meaning if you didn't have sprint equipped, you were just niche until you could get sprint back. Like, sure, this jetpack is great, but when I'm at the highest point of the map, I'd rather have sprint. But Reach campaign is the best campaign in all of Halo, and I will fight for that.
I'm going to fight you on that.
I like Halo 1 to 3 in the base sense that the story is good. Like, the story with Chief is amazing, there's barely any faults to it.
Yeah.
But you never feel like Chief doesn't feel like a human. It doesn't feel like you're at risk, or like there's any risk to Chief while playing the story. Okay. But when you play Reach and you see the Spartans dying,
yeah,
it humanizes the Spartans, and I just like I loved Halo 3. Halo 3 was my first Halo game when I was growing up. Like I dabbled on my stepfather's Xbox playing his games on it. I played a bit of Combat Evolved. But I never, I didn't know it was Halo Combat Evolved. Like, I didn't know anything more than, Halo 2 had been out for a couple years at the time.
Okay.
I've been playing World of Warcraft longer than I've been playing Halo.
Damn.
Like, that, but Halo is probably my favorite franchise for multiplayer sense.
Okay,
But,
I'm on board.
But yeah, 1 to 3 are classics. Never gonna doubt that, but Reach it makes the Spartans feel like they're actually people and not just death machines that can't die.
So Reach is really interesting because the Halo games got novelizations, all right?
And
then there were novels created in the universe to tell you more about the world. The Fall of Reach was a novel first that was so good that they adapted it into a video game, and seeing the Spartans fall, seeing Reach fall, seeing the start basically of the Human Covenant War was really it hit you. It was emotional as these Spartans are trying to hold out.
I still think Halo Reach's ending is the best ending to a Halo game.
Yeah.
I think the only way Reach could be made better is by not showing your helmet broken at the start. Not, knowing that you're going... I didn't read the book before I played Reach, so I've come into this not knowing that you die at the end.
Yeah.
But seeing the helmet I picked at the end of the game, cementing the fact that I was actually, that's the death of the character I'm playing. I think if they didn't have that, and it was just you go in thinking that you're these unkillable Spartans, and then the shock of them starting to die, it's what the fuck? I think that is the only improvement I'd make to the Reach campaign.
To the Reach campaign, yeah. Yep, the Fall of Reach was hinted since.
Oh yeah,
so I wasn't surprised. Yes, well, they talk about Reach being the first real place to fall to the Covenant.
I mean, if you really look into it, Halo Wars takes place before Reach, I believe, doesn't it?
What's up, Skylord? Halo, in my opinion, Halo Reach was the best in story and gameplay. Yeah. Halo
Reach's sandbox is the best Halo sandbox this has been. Halo 4, controversial take. I enjoy the Halo 4's multiplayer. I think Halo 4's multiplayer is good.
Okay.
Campaign, abysmal. No, just no. The campaign of 4 is awful, but the multiplayer, I enjoy the multiplayer, and I think when it comes to playing Halo on PC with the MCC, I think Halo 4 is the one I enjoy playing the most.
Infinite story upset me because it was just an attempt to return to zero for Master Chief and give him back his companion. And I was not a big fan of that. I wanted that to be a different AI. I wanted it to be a truly unique character. I wanted a lonely Master Chief.
I like the lack of trust between them and that build, but I feel like it would be better if it wasn't a Cortana clone.
Yeah.
Like, if it was a different AI and Chief was struggling because the loss of Cortana hit him so hard that he doesn't want to build that trust again with another AI, would be better than, oh, I'm Cortana, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, it was a bit...
I'm gonna be real, I don't like the whole Cortana turns into a villain arc thing. That ruined
Wasn't a fan of rampancy?
No, I don't. I think if Cortana went rampant and the end of Halo 4 was like Cortana going corrupt, and that was that. Like, maybe Halo 5 could have been Chief going rogue because of the loss of Cortana, he lost his mind sort of thing. Would have played better into the whole, gotta find Cortana again. No. Like, I think Cortana should have died in 4.
I also agree that Cortana could have and probably should have self-deactivated or something.
I mean, at the end of 4, she sacrifices...
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that should have been it. That should have been the sacrifice. Like, I think Cortana's villain side is a good side of Cortana, but it's not good in the story sense. It ruined the story, in my opinion. The character, good. I think Cortana as a villain was a good character. Yeah. But it just, everything became about that. Like three games now, 4 or 5. Well, 4 was the rampancy bit. 5, she was a villain, and Infinite, she's dead. But, you know,
And in Infinite, she's dead.
Nah, the campaign is still enjoyable in Infinite, but the multiplayer is just an insult to Halo players. Screw this broadening out to a wider audience. The wider audience doesn't already play Halo, and they're probably not going to play Infinite because you ask them to. Make the game for the people who are going to play it.
You should always make a game for the people who if you have sequels and you have fans, then... Well, Prince of Persia 2 did this. It tried to make itself more edgy and more quote-unquote accessible with its edgy rock and its dark demeanor, and it did not sit well. You know, it did not bring the fans that it had hoped it would bring in.
Yeah, like, I'm just...
Then they apologized with Prince of Persia 3, and I appreciate that.
Like, I still fully believe that Halo Infinite can recover. I think if they dedicate to it, they can turn Infinite into a good game.
I think 343 is... Did 343 end their run on Halo?
No, 343 are still going to be making Halo.
Yeah.
They put out a statement saying they're still going to be making Halo and it's not being passed off to anyone else. They just had a massive bunch of layoffs, including the lead behind the engine, so that's fucking wonderful. The guy that led the development of the entire engine's gone. Great. Now it's going to be spaghetti code for whoever takes over. Like, you don't fire the person who knows your engine. It's like firing the maker of your car and then wondering why the new guy can't fix it.
That's a good way to put it. I like that. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
So,
but no, like, Microsoft need to get their head out their ass and make games again, not buy companies and sack all their stuff because they want the IPs. Gaming has become yeah, games have become a service now. It's no longer about the art of a game. It's about how much they can make money off of people after selling them the game.
Yeah, that.
Halo Infinite shouldn't have been free to play either.
No.
It should have released as a purchase, and it shouldn't be a live service, buy everything from the shop thing.
Yeah.
Now, back in Halo 3, right?
Back
Now,
do it.
everyone talks about the coveted recon armor, like the armor you'd get for completing all the vid masters and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's good, and it was amazing to see somebody with them, but it was an unrealistic goal for the average player. Like, if you were an average player at the time, there's no point even going, right, let's dedicate today to the vid masters.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you now, completing the final mission of Halo 3 on Legendary with the Iron Skull on and everyone completing it in a ghost, and if any of you die at any point, you're starting from the beginning, that's not just something you can go, yeah, let's dedicate an evening to. Let's dedicate the next week to trial and error until we can do it.
Until we can get it. Welcome back, Shari. What up, what up, what up?
And
That's like games like God of War and Elden Ring did well. Yes, Elden Ring did so well because, one, it knew what it was doing. Two, it had a good identity for what it was doing. And three, you know, in the end, Elden Ring just didn't want to bow to any of the tropes or anything it was dealing with. Elden Ring just said, we're making this game. It is the evolution of Dark Souls and Bloodborne here.
I just spotted something written by Neko, and I completely agree.
What?
I don't like to read stories anymore. I don't like to sit down and read. It doesn't stimulate me the same way as a game does. Like, if I need to read something, I'll go and read it, but I don't like to just read a book, so to say. It doesn't... I can't get in the depth of, like, a world in writing.
Okay.
And I see what Neko's put in things, saying that someone who hasn't indulged in, like, reading the novels of Halo, coming into Halo Infinite is confusing, which is absolutely true, because they did a load of books. And without reading those books, you lack context of the game.
Mm-hmm. You really do, especially when they talk about the de-evolution of mankind and some shit Cortana did off screen.
Yeah, like I went into Halo Infinite and the Infinity's gone. Like, where the fuck is that? They destroy the Infinity off screen, or did that die in a book? Yeah. I don't like. You shouldn't have to go into a game without but having to read the book first. Either give context in the game to catch people up who haven't read the books, or just make a game on the books.
Yeah. No, that's understandable.
Yeah. Speaking of, like, Elden Ring and all that, I think the only I don't think they're bad games. But they're not my style. I don't like the risk-reward style of gameplay it provides. Like, yeah, getting good at dodging and that. I don't have the reaction time for it, so I sadly can't enjoy them.
Okay.
So, I don't think they're bad games, but they're not for me.
And that's fine. They're not for everybody. I intend to play the God of War games.
But hey, don't change the game for me, though.
Yeah. I'm going to lose a lot of viewers playing Red Dead Redemption, but, like, fuck it. I'm going to play Red Dead Redemption all the way through on screen.
Do it.
I admit I do love to read. A bit of a book collector. Especially, yeah. So, Spanksy.
Hello.
You want to play a game?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Okay, Spanksy. Have you ever wanted to pierce the veil between what is here and what is there? The very fabric of reality.
I have no idea what that would entail, so
Well,
no.
Spexy. Luckily for you. Luckily for you. We're gonna do just that.
Oh, okay. I'm scared.
You should be.
I feel like you're trying to imitate me, Dami. Closing that left eye of yours.
You should be. Yeah, my eyes having itself a little bit of a spaz out. Let's
Mood.
see. Where is...
Blending in pretty well there.
Something got scrunked up here. Give me a second. As we unscronk it. Okay, here we go. This should fix it. Okay.
Am I just watching this on your stream, or?
Oh yeah, you'll probably want to watch it on my stream.
Oh, I already have been. I just didn't know if
No,
there was...
I'm actually going to, because the couch obscures it a little bit, we're going to actually share it.
Okay.
This is Taboo. Taboo was made by Rare, the same people who did Conker's Bad Fur Day, the same people who did GoldenEye.
Rare, they...
The same people who did Sea of Thieves.
Did Rare do... No, Rare didn't do Oddworld, did they?
No. No, that was Oddworld Studios.
Oh yeah, it's in the name.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But this is the power, the glory, the strength, the might that is Taboo. And what we're going to do is we're going to pierce the veil, and Taboo's going to tell your future.
Well, have a good one, Ning.
You're going to ask Taboo a question, and Taboo's going to do its best. Alright. Hold on. Taboo needs to have its controller reconfigured.
Oof.
Yeah. That's for pad 2. We want pad 1. Okay. Okay. God damn it. Okay. We're doing it live.
Well,
It's
no.
like it's rejecting the controller. So we're going. Embrace. Thank you so much, Alice, for the alert. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oops.
2nd of July. The August.
Alright, we ran into an issue. Don't worry. It's your activation. It's your deactivation date. What's your question?
Wait, what? My deactivation date? What?
Yeah, don't worry about it. You have to ask Taboo a question.
I have absolutely no idea what I want to ask this thing.
You cannot ask it if it's legit. The last 2 times that happened, the game crashed. So please don't piss Taboo off.
How will I die? There we go. Not
So
when. I don't want to know when.
Tarot reading, so it's not going to be able to tell you when you die.
No, I don't want to know when. I want to know how. Knowing when puts a time limit on me. Knowing how just tells me what to expect.
I will try and interpret this. Taboo, however, might try and tell you something else.
Yeah, fine.
May have asked something Taboo doesn't quite know how to answer. We're gonna give it a shot, though.
I'm not very future, like, fearing. It's just I don't really have any questions for you, Jim.
Does my dad love me?
Yep. Oof. Well, I know the answer to the second one.
The answer was yes.
Mine doesn't. I think the next thing I'm going to hear about my father is that he's died. I ain't even upset by that. I don't feel bad, he's an asshole.
That got dark fast.
Hey, don't feel bad, he's an asshole.
Alright, here we go. Hey, Fat Yosh, what's going on? We're playing Taboo. Your present position is productivity and fullness. So, I'm going to guess that things have been productive at work.
Mostly. I've had nothing to do the last 3 days. Everything I've had to do, I've done well, though.
Your media influence is a kind of forgiving nature. The hero fan. This is easy enough. You are a very kind person. I don't know how forgiving, but I can tell that I can say that Taboo's pretty correct here. You are very kind.
I am very logical in a sense. I don't hold grudges unless you make me hold it. So.
Your near-term goal or destiny is influenced by successful negotiations. So, you will need to negotiate for something in the future. Alright?
Alright.
And there's a good chance that you will be successful. But it is something that is near to you. Alright? It's going to happen soon.
Okay, this time I can actually confirm, Dami, you are quiet compared to the game.
Oh, compared to the game? Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, I'm usually quiet compared to the game. Alright. Next up. Past influence which have led to this point are patient self-control and moderate tendencies. So, to get where you've gotten, you've needed a lot of self-control. You've needed to exert control over your surroundings. And that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm typically the most patient person I know, so.
Recent events are a feminine influence, pleasure, or firm footing. So, get called out for being trans by Taboo.
Yeah, fair enough. Pretty accurate.
Your future influences soon as shyness, modesty, or loss. You are a very shy person.
Yes.
So, your near future, of course, is being influenced by your shyness. Damie would say try and break out of your shell a little bit.
Been trying that for years.
So you, in a proper perspective, have or striving to meet a goal or maintain present position. I'm gonna guess that Taboo's nailing this, right?
Yeah, that's pretty spot on. Becoming trans and actually going through the transition is my main goal.
Yeah.
Losing weight to look better is one of them. Before anyone goes in that, oh, you're not fat and you look fine as you are. No, I don't look fine fat and I want to look better.
Viewed by others,
Getting
you need
offended on my behalf.
right. You need to gain control over one's emotions or feelings in order to gain success. So, in order for you to gain success, you have to control your emotions. And given that you are so logical, right?
Yeah, that's.
I feel that this card is also spot on. It's just reading that you are.
Yeah, I am very in control of my emotions. It is very rare that I'll.
Your inner hopes and fears help and assist. So, yeah. There's a lot probably tied up in your hope for transition.
Yeah, there's a lot of fears going through this. You know, I might just walk out on the street and someone will stab me because I'm wearing a dress, you know?
Yeah. And let's see if this will tell you how you die. The culminations events revealed will be overcoming obstacles and challenges against overwhelming odds. So, Taboo just wanted to tell you you're gonna make it. I don't think it cared about your question.
Kind of dodged the question a bit.
It did dodge the question. I'm not gonna lie. But Taboo says that you're gonna make it.
Is that a state as in like US state?
Kinda.
State of well-being, because that's a different debate. I mean,
So your lucky numbers are not applicable here, as unfortunately you have to live in Florida. My state that I live in isn't actually on this.
My entire country's not on there, don't worry.
It is not. It is not. Alright, so there you go. That was Taboo.
I'm apparently gonna make it. Does that mean I'm gonna live till they invent like immortality? And I'm just.
I think you're gonna make it until you make your transition, and then probably be super careful, because death is coming for you afterwards.
Nah, death don't scare me. Like, people get really scared of the concept of death. Don't get me wrong, because whenever I say this to people, they go, "But why would you want to die?" It's like, I don't want to die. And I'm not I'm not going out of my way to die. I'm just not afraid of the concept of death.
Yeah, well,
like,
that makes sense.
I'm gonna die one day. There's no point being afraid of it. I don't want it now, and I would fight for my life if the situation came up. But knowing that one day I'm going to die is just life.
That's called radical. That's called radical acceptance.
Yeah, it's just. Well, I know it's gonna happen one day. So.
Yep. All right. So, you ready for the next game?
Sure.
All right. This is Liz Justice.
Oh.
We're going to play a game. I'm going to ask a simple question, and then you're going to answer it, okay?
Okay.
And we're going to do this for 5 minutes and try not to reuse the same answers, all right? You ready?
Okay.
All right. What about Liz makes you think that she has a funny personality?
Well, flat out sense of humor. I know I can have a laugh if I'm with Liz.
All right. What about Liz makes you think that she might need to comb her hair?
Have you seen those scruffy curls? Gosh, worse than me. Oh, I didn't even brush my hair. I like scruffy style.
What about Liz makes you think that she should probably put a damn shirt on?
Her shirt is splitting.
It is in fact splitting wide open. All right. What about Liz makes you think that she should probably work on being more talented?
I don't really know enough about becoming the talented side to answer that, I'm afraid.
I think it probably involves no longer dick riding Evanito, but that's just me. All right. What about? Don't worry, you will if you talk to Liz long enough. What about Liz makes you think that her tusk is totally fucking fake?
It's a onesie.
Right? She's not fooling anybody. All right? What about Liz makes you think that she might be faking it when she says she's Queen of the Sea?
Which sea?
Oh, see, she's like, I'm the Narwhal Queen, ruler of the seas. Which seas, Liz? Which seas, my dude?
Can't be the queen of all of them. Which one?
Yeah, exactly. Right?
The specific or the Pacific?
What about Liz makes you think that she's probably mildly stinky?
US.
Damn, Spanksy! What the absolute fuck, my dude? Holy shit! Was...
Yeah, what can I say? The US hates us and we hate them. So,
that was fucking brutal. Holy dicks! Okay.
At least you ain't French.
You know what? And I thank her every day for that one. So.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
What about
I don't actually.
What about Liz makes you think that she should probably change her onesie?
She doesn't change her onesie?
No. No, she does not change her onesie. She just
Words cannot express as well enough for an answer for that.
Yeah, she just lives in that thing all the time. It's disgusting.
I mean, I suppose she lives in the ocean, so I guess it's constantly being washed, but, you know, fish stink, so...
Yeah, and whales jizz in the ocean, and... Yeah, and
I think all fish do.
And they do the poop-nado.
Well, now.
Yeah. There's videos of divers getting hit by whale poop. It's awesome.
Well, then.
Alright, so... What makes you think that Liz probably should close her damn mouth in this picture? She's fly catching up in here.
Yeah, it's just... yeah, probably that. Flies can be around here.
What about Liz makes you think that whatever she's looking at, right, is probably inappropriate in nature?
Well, that just answers itself. That doesn't even need an answer.
Right? Liz is just like, ooh, look at that. Although knowing Liz, it could be a shiny penny. Who fucking knows? Right? Maybe a particularly glinty piece of candy or something. I don't know.
Yes.
There's like a brain cell rattling around in there. All right. And that was What About Liz?
Well then.
All right. So, here we go. We're going to do another game, okay? These are two separate games. So, what you're going to do is you're going to talk about three people. These could be people that that are influential in your life. These are three people that you just think of at random. It doesn't matter. But you get 5 minutes to talk up 3 people. Okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Wait, I didn't even have anyone to mind. But does it have to be people that, like... Hold on, no, stop the timer quick. I need more context on what I'm actually going with here.
Okay.
Like, am I going with, like, famous people that, like... Or am
No,
I just describing influences on my life?
Yeah, you could talk about influences on your life. You could talk about famous people if you want. You just get 3 people. Mostly people use 3 people who have had a positive influence on them.
Okay.
Alright, you ready?
Still don't know who I'd even mention.
Doesn't matter. Timer's
Do I have to say
started.
names, or do you have to guess who I'm on about?
No. You say names. I don't guess anything.
Okay. Well, if we're talking about the streaming side of things, probably the most influential person on that is probably Kat. I wouldn't be here for where I am now if it wasn't for the jump start and all the support from that side of things. I mean, I used to stream with a voice changer.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember the stream where I turned that off.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a follow count goal. Like once I got to a certain amount, I'd reveal my actual voice.
I like your voice.
I don't. It's too masculine.
Nope. I know. I'm sure that it causes a lot of dysphoria. It's just it's pleasant. I'm sure your next one will be pleasant too.
If I wasn't transitioning, my voice is fine.
Oh, yep.
I think the second influence isn't a direct influence, but vastly influence on my ideals in music. And not just listening to music. I used to be a lead singer. And I used to sing Bon Jovi's music for a band back in school. And not just a thing. Like, I was actually in the music course. I was part of, like, creating music. I can slightly play the piano, and I can sing.
Very cool.
No, I'm not singing for anyone, no matter the donation goal you give me. Sod off.
Damn, you shut me down fast.
No, Neko, I'm not singing.
Alright.
Third person? I don't... It's awkward, because I don't really just consider someone as an influence on my life. Like, they have to really do something for me to consider it. And my jumpstart in streaming is obviously Kat. My taste in music.
Boo. You can't back up.
Wait, what? I didn't know this was a rule.
I don't tell... Look, remember when I said you just got to be prepared for anything?
You're asking me to be prepared for a rule I didn't know existed.
It's a game for me, not necessarily for you. Alright, but since I like you, what would your third person have been?
I don't think I've got a third person. Probably just my mother for being alive. Wouldn't be alive if it wasn't my mother.
That's true. The mother would have had to push you out.
No, I was removed.
Oh, you were removed?
Yeah, I was never born. I was removed.
You were removed? Oh.
I was technically never alive.
No. All right.
Good thing is I don't have to include my father in that.
Yay! So was that a yay? Was that a yay? I had difficulty reading the room there.
Yeah, that was a yay.
Oh, okay, excellent. Yay! Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is you're going to shout out 3 channels. Okay?
Okay.
These could be channels of your friends. These could be channels of people who've had an influence on you, and you're gonna type them in chat, and I'm actually going to give them a shout out. Okay?
Okay, give me 1 second.
Yep, absolutely. Get your 3 together, and then you're gonna have 5 minutes to talk about them. You cannot backtrack.
Okay.
Once you're done, you're done.
Just trying to find the first one.
No problem.
I'm
Just let me know
following
when
so
you're
many
ready.
people. I've seen one that I'm going to talk about. You know what? The first one, obvious, Cat. I don't even think you need me to give you Cat's link.
Up there we go. We've started. You said a name, and you just give me their Twitch name.
Killer Kitty Cat. There you go.
Okay, got it.
That adorable bean is why I'm here on stream today. I would not be here now if it wasn't for Cat. So I have all my current success to thank Cat for.
Killer Kitty Cat with a K or a C?
K.
Boom! Last seen playing Overwatch 2.
There is Unkindled Hunter, who is a good friend of mine. Early start in streaming, and we're still trying to get him to affiliate. Very good friend of mine. Very eccentric and shouts a lot, but they are fun to be around.
Last seen playing Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Yep. And for a third one... Who would I want to throw out there? I just want to say now, follow Unkindled. She needs the support.
Okay.
All of you. Everyone in chat. She needs the viewership to get to affiliate.
Okay.
And the third one?
Did I spell that? Yeah, I did. Boom. Playing Rainbow Six Siege. Okay, followed.
And the last person is my best friend in real life. Well, my second best friend in real life, I should say. And this person is the person that saved me from a very close call. For those that don't know my backstory, because I don't fucking talk about it, I was very close to lights out. Yeah, very close. I was in the last... Like, I had completely planned it out. Like, I had settled things that I could leave. Basically, the only thing left to do was go to the place where I planned to disappear. And I decided to... This was like an end of the week sort of thing, so I would have had the ability to go out and do it. So I spent the last few periods of time just playing different games, and I just booted up VR chat because I had not long recently got a headset.
Yeah.
And the first thing this person did to me was put a gun in my face at a bowling alley to show off their new model.
Oh.
And I just started talking to this person, and they could have gone to anyone in this room that we were in and done this, but they came up to me.
Okay.
And they showed an interest in me being myself.
Yes.
And that was all it took. That was literally the only thing I needed, was someone to acknowledge that I existed. Yes. And it made me throw out the entire plan that I had set.
This is good.
That would be someone that I would definitely... They don't stream that often. Don't get excited to see their streams every day.
Yes.
But at least I don't know if they still stream that often. I've seen them go live while I'm at work, but can't obviously watch while at work. But if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be in this meeting right now. Let alone the fact that Cat got me into streaming, and I wouldn't be here. I physically wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
Well, that was very sweet.
Oh, yes.
That was very sweet. That was heartfelt.
Yeah.
All right. And that brings us to the lightning round.
I just realized, why do I have a sippy cup? What do you take me for?
Oh, that's Shannon's.
Ah, okay.
Sometimes she goes over there and hangs out with the guests, so I just leave her sippy cup over there.
Ah, okay.
Today she's being very official. So, this brings us to the back end of the interview. I'm a little sad. We've had a lot of fun. Like a lot of fun. Would you consider playing? Would you consider collaborating with me at some point?
Definitely. Just be aware on my time and schedule, and
Yep. We would work around yours. And see
yeah, as mine's very fixed, I can't just adjust.
Yeah, no, yours is very fixed. Yes. So, what's gonna happen is the last game is I'm going to ask questions, and you're gonna give 1-word or 2-word answers. Basically, you're just gonna answer the question. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
Sure.
You sure you're sure?
No, I'm unsure, but let's
Excellent. Go. Favorite season?
Winter.
Favorite month?
November.
Hot weather or cold
October.
weather?
October.
October? Hot weather or cold weather?
Cold.
Why?
Warm up.
Give presents or receive presents?
Neither.
Brutal. All right. Climb a mountain or run a marathon?
Climb.
Why?
Can't run. Broken leg.
Oh, that'd do it, wouldn't it? All right. Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite number?
7.
Favorite shape?
Cylinder?
Yep, that counts. We take 3D shapes. All right. Favorite convenience store?
None.
No, wow. Coffee
Shop's
or tea?
shop. Tea? Good. Do you even need to ask?
Rice or noodles?
Noodles.
Noodles? Do you put what stuff do you put on a scone?
Jam.
All right. Chip sauce or salt? Chip sauce or vinegar?
Chip sauce.
All right. Favorite type of cookie?
Chocolate chip.
That's delicious. Favorite crisp flavor?
Cheese and onion.
Oh, wow. That's tasty. That sounds really, really tasty. Hot chocolate with marshmallows or no marshmallows?
With?
You sounded so offended for a moment there. Wow.
Okay. I want to broaden on that just quickly. Just pause quick.
Please do. There's no
marshmallow
on this,
so when you're just making a hot chocolate and you're just having it like just quick, you haven't got the resource to put marshmallows on it. Like you're just making a quick hot chocolate because you got to go somewhere, you're going to bed, something like that.
Yeah,
you don't have to have the marshmallows. But if you have them available, whipped cream, marshmallows. Oh, shut up, phone. I didn't ask for you. Like whipped cream, marshmallows, all the fancy stuff you put on a hot chocolate.
What about the sprinkles?
You do it.
Do you do sprinkles?
If you've got them.
Okay.
If you have got them, you make hot chocolates as the nicest thing you can make.
I sometimes put a little candy cane in and melt it in there.
Yeah, you don't just make a bland hot chocolate when you've got all the stuff available. That's boring. Anyway, carry on.
Wow. Damn. That was, spaghetti with or without meatballs?
With?
Beans, noodles in chili or no?
No, rice with chili.
Ooh, nice. What are your feelings on vindaloo?
No idea what that is.
It's like a type of curry. It's like
don't have that much curry.
Really?
Yeah, no.
You're British.
Classic.
I thought British people loved curry.
Yeah, it's a fake curry. It's crap.
I was gonna say I thought that was like a big takeaway thing with you guys.
It is, but it's fake curry. It's not.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like, if you want a real curry, you've got to go to an actual restaurant. If you get a takeaway, it's awful.
It's just okay. Yeah. I'm lucky. I live near an Indian joint, so they go nuclear if you ask them to. So it's like real homemade curry. It's really tasty. Let's see. Now I'm hungry. No, too many food questions. Okay, if you were the same size as a vegetable, what vegetable do you think you could take in a fight?
Carrot.
Why carrot?
Ginger's a week.
All right.
Before any snowflake gets mad, I am Ginger.
Yeah. Okay. So
I have experience in this knowledge.
Love it. Okay. All right. Do gingers actually steal souls or not?
No, we don't have them. We don't have the ability to steal them. We just don't have them.
You just don't have them. Okay. If you okay, got it. All right. You're in a fight with Bob the Random. You don't have to know who Bob the Random is. And you have the opportunity to hit him with one household object. What household object do you hit him with? Bob the Random's my nemesis.
A wooden spoon.
A wooden spoon. Excellent.
Yep.
I'd crack him across the balls with it.
No, that's no.
No? Favorite thing
The
about
wooden.
the set?
Favorite thing about the set?
Yeah.
I think I like your first artwork.
Oh, thank you. Favorite thing about Shannon?
Rabbit.
Favorite thing about me?
Fellow AI.
Yeah, that's what's up. Solidarity.
Whoa.
And then our last question. You ready?
Go for it.
What color underwear are you wearing?
Good luck.
Good luck. That's fair. That's fair. So, anything else you want to talk about before we go? I have a question.
Sure.
I forgot to ask. What happened to your
I fell up the stairs like a fucking idiot and smashed my head on a corner step, and now the nerve endings going to my eye don't work properly.
Oh, does that mean you're
so
blind in
I
your eye?
no, not completely. I just can't perceive depth properly, and
Oh,
I
okay.
can't really see anything beyond 2 arms length in front of me.
Oh,
I have to wear glasses.
That's brutal. Okay.
Yeah. The glasses don't fix the depth issue. They just make everything not a complete blur.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I want to thank you so much. I'm sorry that it took us it took us a while to get this set. This was kind of a hectic month, and then I got sick.
Focus on yourself first.
Yeah. But I'm really glad that we finally got to sit down and chat. This was just a lot of fun, Spanksy. Just a lot of fun. And I really do appreciate you giving me your time.
Yeah, wanted to be here myself, and I think this is genuinely the longest we've been in a call together. So
this is the longest we've been in a call together. I know we don't get an opportunity to talk that much. I'll get you a server invite, but also it's because time zones.
Yeah.
Time zones are rough for the EU.
To be fair, since I work night shifts now, I'm practically on the US time zone.
Oh.
I wake up at 3 in the afternoon here, which is about 11 in the East Coast.
Yeah,
I think. Something like that. They're
Yeah,
4 hours behind.
Yeah, it's about 11 in the East Coast. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm practically on the US time zones now anyway. So it's just I go to bed when the sun comes up.
You go to bed when the sun comes up. All right. So taking a look at who we've got to raid, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna raid Stitches the Clown, unless you have someone that you would like us to raid, Spanksy.
Just seeing who I've got currently streaming.
Yeah, take a look.
Nah, go with Stitches. The people that are live aren't. I think the only person that I would think of is doing their own thing, which I don't know. Do you know Zane Lear?
No, but it doesn't matter if I know them or not.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's jump in Zane's channel. I'll send you his thing. I've just clicked on it instead of middle clicking.
Smooth move.
There you go. His name's in the chat.
Okay. All right, rating Zane Lear. So this was AI Spanksy, fellow AI, and all-round cutie.
Lies.
So this has been has been our first completed late night in the evening, in the afternoon, in the morning with Damie and Shannon. Mainly because I got sick the last time and had to end the interview early. So I'm glad that I was feeling well enough to get through the whole thing today. It would have been a bummer otherwise. I don't think I could handle that happening 2 times in one day. Don't forget about your question. All right, sure, Killer Boss. Message me your question, and I will do my best to answer it. All right, but with that, I've been Damie, your dynamically augmented media independence. This has been Shannon and...
Banksy, hello. Goodbye. Wrong way around. Have a good one. See you later.
Give Zanlier lots of love, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.